Okay, I just read over this essay on Substack and I wanted to share it with everyone. I look crazy, but I wanted to just read this for anyone who might need it right now. I did not write this, full disclosure. I read it just 2 seconds ago and I thought it was so beautiful. I will try to summarize it as best as I can. This is by Kriti Sashan. She wrote this February 12th, 2025. I will link it all. I used to believe that love, if real, never faltered, that it would stay soft, like morning light through the curtains, even when the world outside turned harsh. But now I know, even the gentlest sun can scorch, and love, no matter how sincere, can curdle in the heat of unmet expectations. Love is not a fortress, it is a field of flowers, vulnerable to many storms, fragile in its beauty. It demands tending, and even then, some things will wither, despite our best efforts. I no longer believe that in the neatness of closure, that one final conversation, one last glance across a crowded room, will tie everything up in a silk ribbon and let me walk away unburdened. Some things stay jagged, some goodbyes echo for years, and some people will leave without ever realizing they were meant to say something before they went. And sometimes we don't realize we needed to hear something until it's far too late. We craft our own closure in the quiet of the night, stitching together pieces of what was, trying to make peace with what will never be. I used to believe in fairness, that the universe had a way of balancing its scales, that kindness would always come back around. But I've seen the cruelest of people thrive, and the softest of souls break under the weight of their own tenderness. Life is a vending machine where you insert goodness and expect it to spit out juice. The universe is not a ledger, tallying up our virtues and vices, ensuring we each get what we deserve. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, and all we can do is love despite it, give despite it, continue despite it. I no longer believe in the permanence of friendships sealed with late night secrets and pinky promises. People grow, people leave, and sometimes the ones who knew your childhood laughter will not recognize the person you've become. And that's okay. Letting go is not betrayal sometimes, it's survival. We are ever changing, and the ones who remain through each transformation are the ones who truly see us. But those who drift away were not necessarily false. They were just simply meant to walk with us only for a time. I used to believe that if you tried hard enough, if you loved deep enough, you were good enough. You could make anything last. But now I know some things are meant to be beautiful for a time, not forever. And maybe the real magic is in learning to love them anyway, even as they slip through your fingers like sand kissed by the tide. Not everything is meant to be held on to. Some things are simply meant to be experienced, cherished, and released. I no longer believe that happiness is a destination, something to be reached after a long journey of effort and endurance. Happiness is fleeting, a firefly, the dark appearing in brief, breathtaking moments. It is not the grand arrival of a perfect life, but the small, unexpected joys. Laughter in the rain, a hand held tightly, the scent of fresh coffee in the morning. It is here, then gone, and then here again, reminding us that joy is not something we achieve, it is something we notice. I used to believe that strength never breaking, never showing weakness, never asking for help, but strength is found in vulnerability, in allowing yourself to be seen through all your rawness. It is admitting when you are lost and accepting the hands that reach out to guide you. It is knowing that you don't have to do this alone, but being soft does not mean weak. And that resilience is built in the spaces where we allow ourselves to fall apart and be rebuilt. I no longer believe in the myth of uncertainty, in the idea that one day everything will make sense and that all the pieces will fit neatly together. Life is messy, unpredictable, a puzzle with missing pieces and edges that don't quite align. And maybe that's the point. Maybe meaning isn't something we find, but something we create. Piece by imperfect piece, in the way we love, in the way we try, in the way we keep moving forward, even when we don't have all the answers. I used to believe in fate, in the idea that everything happens for a reason, that there is a grand design orchestrating our lives. But now I believe in choices, in the power of decision, in the way small moments shape our future. Perhaps things do not happen for a reason, but we can give them reason. We can take what happens to us and decide what it means, decide how it shapes us, decide to make something beautiful of it. And this continues on and on and on. I feel like I was meant to read this. I was meant to find this. I have no words for what I just read. I think you should continue to read the full piece because it's beautiful. And I will just leave with this one last part. I no longer believe in a world that always makes sense, but I do believe in fleeting joy, in moonlit walks, in books that leave you breathless, in music that fills the cracks of your heart. I believe in moments, not guarantees, in soft places to land, not promises that everything will be okay. Because sometimes it won't be, and yet we go on. We gather shattered beliefs, the worn out dreams, and we build something new. Not perfect, not forever, but ours. Oh my god. That was the most beautiful thing I'd ever read. That was so beautiful. I have no words. My reflection of that could not even add a singularity of insightness to whatever I had just read and experienced. So I hope that I will watch this video in the future and look back and remember how important this was to me in this moment and how it had fit so perfectly to what I'm experiencing and what I'm going through and what maybe any of you are going through. So